There's my stream. I don't like my own stream today. I like it. Why not? Who doesn't? Anyone who doesn't like my stream, I don't want them watching it. Not because I don't like them, but because I want them to go have fun. Go do something else. It's kind of peculiar to watch someone paint, unless of course it's your painting or you know that person. But or you're trying to learn the process. That makes sense too. Or maybe you're just obscenely bored. It's possible. What I like to do is just start the video and then here, let's see if you can see my face. Oh, I was looking at the wrong screen here. So you start the video and then all the way to the end and just see what it started out as and what it finished as. That's what I like to do. I think this one's really going to work out, guys. Oh yeah, I didn't share it. I didn't tag Martine. Hey Martine. Was that Martine? No, his last name's Olowski. That means he's at least a part. I don't know. It doesn't really mean anything. So I've thought about stopping to take not taking commissions for a while, just so that I can work through what I have, so I don't have too many books on hand. So I decided that there's got to be a handling and storage fee for any books that I'm holding for more than a month. I have to charge like $20 a month to basically babysit that book and keep it in line. And it's not really because I'm trying to make more money, it's because I have an ungodly amount of books on hand right now that I'm watching for people that are in line for commissions. And after talking with Clayton about it, and some other a financial advisor, I was instructed to basically go about it in this way. It's just to, for every, like if I have over 30 books in stock, that's a real risk, you know. I mean, I have insurance on everything in my apartment, but I need to be smart with my time and with my attention. It's a lot of work to process orders and move books around, keep the books safe and stored securely, which I keep them in, you know, nice BCW boxes or whatever they're called, the hard plastic ones. Which this box I haven't super glued together, but I'm going to start doing that because my box isn't falling apart, but one of Clayton's boxes did fall apart, and I actually dropped that box, and that's why some of the Spawn books out there, ladies and gentlemen, are not 9/8. Some of those virgin Spawns. I will cope to that. I dropped the box, but, you know, we were fucking with those boxes so much. It's not necessarily my fault, it was just a ticking time bomb. It just went off when I was holding. But I did drop that box because it fell apart in my hands. What to do? What's up, Cliff and Martin? So I could see a flat fee maybe, but charging a monthly charge, bro. It's not even a monthly charge. It's kind of worse than that. It's like let's see, it's so for instance, I have 30 people in line right now. That's going to take me probably 7 weeks to work through. So like I would tell the person like that would be if it was 8 weeks for instance, it would be like that's like $40 extra you have to pay, or you can just hold your own book. Or if it's my book, that's different. There's no guarantees with my book, but like say you send me your book, you know, damaging it or something. I don't know. I just don't want to have too many books on hand. There's so many things. I don't even want to talk about the bad things that could happen because it's not. Anything could happen. Any terrible thing you could think of could happen. But, you know, I'm going to be slowing down here. I'm going to try to get a cover soon and be doing a lot less commissions. So, I mean, I really shouldn't be giving timelines on how long it's going to take me to do books because I'll prioritize things differently, or if I need to do an emergency vacation, or so, you know, I don't know what that means, emergency vacation, but just like stop working for a short time for some emergency reason is what I mean by that. You know, I shouldn't be giving timelines. It's just like you got to entrust me with your book and I'll get it back to you as soon as I can, basically. And I'll keep it in line, obviously. It's not like gonna like move around in line or anything, but yeah, I'm just figuring it out, man. I mean, like, I'm open to better ideas too, but this is just like what, after talking with Clayton and a financial advisor, just certain ideas that make sense to me in terms of protecting myself and not giving myself too much of a workload. It's very stressful, actually. You know, I'll have like, I'm thinking about it all the time. I'm thinking about books, where they're at. I mean, that's never going to stop, but it gets, for instance, if I implemented this new method, it would make me feel better, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Because it makes me kind of nervous. Let's see, heck, I'll send it the day before, but then how would I be in line then? That's a good point. I mean, we could do that. That's a good idea. Is like you can hold your book and then not pay the fee, but I'll keep you in line. And what I do with that is I just keep like a piece of paper where your book would be, and it's got all your information on it. So that's a great idea. That's a workaround right there. That would make me feel better, and then you don't have to keep your book with me, and then I wouldn't have to charge like a holding fee for your book. But yeah, just don't expect any turnaround times that I may have promised. They'll be pretty close, but like I have no idea what my turnaround times are going to be like. If like say I got a cover, I would focus all my time because that's a timed event. Like you have until this date to turn in your cover. I would stop doing commissions entirely until that cover is done. You know what I mean? So that would literally put back all 30 people weeks. So it's like, you know, I'm just trying to be pragmatic, talk about it, make a kind of like a forum about it. I'll help you figure this out. Yeah, I'm open to any kind of comments. There's so many moving pieces, though. It's like I'm really the only one who can understand all the dynamics of what I need to happen, but definitely open to any kind of help or ideas. Hoping you to cover so bad, we would understand that, pushing us back, but then charge us to baby during that period. No, I wouldn't do that. That's not what I mean. If I pushed it back, I wouldn't then charge people extra for that. I mean, I would give you a projected amount of time that I would be holding that book, and then any additional time on top of that I would not charge you for. If that makes sense. So like if I tell you, you know, you're number 30 in line, I'm going to hold this book for 4 weeks. You agree to pay a holding fee on top of everything else. You know, I itemize everything before I charge someone out. And then they agree to that, then that's what I'm talking about. I'm not going to then not send you your book until you pay the rest of what I think you should owe me. I'm only ever going to charge anyone for what we agree to. So I'm never going to do that to anybody. But my time and availability will be changing slightly. But then folks could argue they want their baby storing money back. What does this mean? Charge us to babysit during that period. But then folks could argue they want their babysit storing money back. People are selfish, bro. Why would they argue they want it back? I may have missed something because there's a delay. Sitting money. Right, yeah. I'm gonna message you. Yeah, we'll just try to kind of explain it one more time. Maybe there's a misunderstanding, but what I'm saying is that, like, when I get a commission from you, or when you get a commission from me, when you commission something, I'm gonna itemize how much it costs, like I always do. That's just what I do. I tell you, oh, to do this character this way, it would cost this much. To add a title is this much. If you want it graded, it's this much. Shipping is this much. Tell someone all that information, right? I'm going to then also say, I'm going to be holding this book for X weeks, X months, over a year. I'm going to say, you know, this is looking into the future, right? I'm going to say that because I'm already at over a month right now. I've been doing this for 2 months. So I'm going to be holding your book for over a month. I need to charge $20 extra. If you don't want to do that, that's okay. Then someone else is going to pay the $20. They're going to get in line. And then the line is going to grow ever more. Then I'm going to be 2 months out, and then you're not going to get a commission unless you pay $40 extra. It's an incentivization for you to get in line, but also guarantees that your book is going to be safe, because I need to buy extra boxes. I have to spend a lot of time moving these books around, finding places to put them in my apartment, and I might need to upgrade my storage area, get like a bigger apartment, or get a smaller place to live so I can actually store all these books in a reasonable space. You know, I got books coming in and out of the mail all the time. It'd be better if people held their books. I like your idea about that, but there are so many moving parts involved in this. But basically just the idea that, like, if you don't take that spot, someone else will, and the line will continue to grow, and the commissions will become harder and harder to get unless you get in line a year ahead of time or something crazy like that, right? This is not something I'm going to choose to do. This is what people are going to naturally do, and I have to develop a basically a counterattack to counter that. So it's like an antibody kind of attacking a virus. Or people can just prepay you. Jason, that's exactly what I'm trying to describe. I tried to describe that twice. Is what I'm saying is that when I invoice you everything at the beginning, they prepay that, and they also, I'm going to tell them, but we can't go through with it unless I pin on this extra price because I'm holding it for 2, 3 months, a year long. I'm doing the flip off right now. That's just because I'm holding a pen. So it's like that's exactly what I'm saying, is what Jason said, is that they'll be paying it all at the beginning. I'm sorry, Cliff, I can't listen to your messages right now. But we can talk about it later for sure. But yeah, and I'm never going to ever spring any prices on anybody. It's always just what we agree to pay before I take your book. What up, Evan? Oh, okay, you understood that. Cool. We'll chat more later. Yeah, no worries, man. It's just for things going forward. It's not for anything that any commissions I've agreed to, I'll agree to, but I might kind of cut commissions off here going forward. It's kind of up in the air right now. If people can't pay the price at point, I ask for commission. Yeah, that's kind of how I do it. Is I'll do I present them with the total, and then if they ask to do a payment plan, then I'll do half upfront and then half before it's time to pay. But that almost doubles my messaging time, so like, not doubles, but it adds a significant amount of messaging time, so I might look into just kind of doing it all at once. From here on out is just do the full total, and yeah, something like that. I forgot what part of the process I was in here. Got distracted. Thank you, Cliff. I think that he's looking really good. I know this isn't directed at me, since I can pay my bills, but I think it's easier for clients to pay when you're ready to start paying in full at time of commission. Yes, but that is convenient for you, and that's not convenient for me. Is, I guess, how I'll put that. But I totally see what you're saying, and that makes sense. But what makes more sense to me is that I have to basically start the process of getting your book in the mail, watching it, putting it in line, keeping it protected, and then I have to. What if you ghost on me and I have your book, or you want your book back, or you can't pay for some reason, and you have, you know, I won't say like, you just have like a reason why you can't pay, which happens. So I don't want to put myself in that position so that it doesn't happen, because it will happen. It will definitely happen. And that's not my responsibility. I don't have time for that. I'm just an artist. I don't have time to do personalized stuff for every person. I wish I could, but I'm just one person. Like, I'm trying to get my wife to help me, and she will probably start taking orders at some point for me, but she's doing her own thing, so it's not necessarily an option that I have. I wish I could make this super easy for people, and I've tried. I've tried everything that you guys are listing right now, but I found the things that work and the things that don't work, and Clayton has been doing this for years, and he's given me basically the path he knows. I just do what Clayton says. That's how I've achieved all of this, and that's how I will continue to move forward. So he's basically the final authority in general in my life. Just kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke that's not really a joke because I do whatever he says because he's super smart. Super smart, smart, smart. Speaking of which, I have a new signature I'm going to unveil today. Because I'm sick of ruining art with my signatures. I want to make it fit with the signature like Clayton. That's what he told me. He showed me the path. Tyler Edwards, thank you, sir. How are you doing today? And by the way, Evan, it's not directed at anyone. It's just, this is just in general. I have to have a one way to do business. Like, I can't cater to different people's stuff. I just can't. It's not reasonable for me to do that because it takes too much time. I need to be able to just sit down, have my list of stuff, occasionally do social media, and then just kind of step away because art is mostly about like mental stuff, and I don't want to get burned out. And I gotta be able to focus on the things I need to focus on. The fact that Austin even lets somebody pay half instead of a full amount is very generous. Trying to get a payment plan with Crane or Dillo or Mike May would never happen. There's a pay for it. Yeah, no, Jason, that's exactly it. I'm just trying to basically upgrade to a professional way of doing it. Not that the way I don't do it isn't professional, but it's more like the way that I was doing it until today is like basically just how can I help you make this happen? And I'll do whatever helps you do it. But I just gotta streamline it because it's just too many orders coming in, and it's like everyone has a customized order, which is fine. I offer tons and tons of customization, but it's too much. It's actually too much customization because it's like, I'm talking about customization of payment plans. I got to keep track of a lot of invoices. I just need to know, oh, well, this is this type of thing. It's done. It's ready. It's paid for, or it's CGC, or it's not CGC, or it's... I can't be like, oh, this guy is... What part of the process is this gentleman in? All I can do is just figure out like what number in line you are, and I'll have to look up and remember which art you have, and then that's the best I can do. I'm not a super smart guy. Evan says, I don't disagree, but from a seller side, what if something happens to you? Just playing devil's advocate here. So from the seller side, that's my side. What if something happens to me? What's going to happen to me? I'm scared. Are you going to send somebody to beat me up? What do you... Just specify for me. What do you mean? Say, what if something happens to you? Just playing devil's advocate. I'm scared. You've thoroughly scared me. Let's see here. Buyer side, sorry, stoned here. So you said, what if something, but from a buyer's side, what if something happens to you? Shrug. What the hell does that mean? Like, what if I die and I don't complete your commission? You're worried about getting your money back if I died? I'm sure my wife will properly refund everybody eventually, but shit, man, come on. I don't have like a dead man's lever or anything like that. I don't know, what if he said, fuck, I'm going on vacation for 6 months and I paid for a commission? That is also in the new agreement. So I'm not gonna, so that's the thing, right? That's exact, Evan, you hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what I'm trying to figure out right now, is how can I get that all streamlined? And the way to do it is to tell people you have to agree to just give me your book. I will give you how long I think it will take me, but should an emergency arise, I'm not just gonna go take a vacation and tell everybody to go screw themselves. I'll just tell you that I have no contract for us to sign, but I'll tell you I won't do that. But if should some emergency arise, or should I die or something crazy, I don't want somebody to be pissed off because they didn't get their book exactly when I projected it to be done. So basically, you just have to give me your book, and you have to be okay with that. That's how the professionals do it. That's how I do it. This is the way, as the Mandalorians say. You run a business. I know all the questions and answers. Yeah, the question is, what you said. What happens if I go on vacation for 6 months? And the answer is, you'll get your book in 6 months, or after I'm done with my vacation. But I'll tell you, I'm not going to do that to anybody. That would only happen if I went to the hospital for some reason, or like something bad happened and I had to stop painting. So I'm never just gonna do that. That's another reason why I gotta make sure that I plan out my whole 3, 6 months to a year ahead of time, which is why I gotta slow down on commissions, right? So it's all kind of connected, if that makes sense. I'm sure you understand that as a business owner. It's kind of on the honor system for both the buyer and the seller. That's correct, yes. I'm not going to incorporate myself and have contracts that you sign and stuff. I'm not like, that's what CGC would do, but they would do that only for one event, right? They don't do that for someone's entire career, so. I know it's hard for you normies to understand. I'm just kidding. I should just say people who don't take commissions. But yeah, I am open to any ideas, any suggestions. Just let me know. Maybe that's a better idea. We'll figure it out. Let me get this thing out of my head. There it is.
750. Why don't we make it 10,000 even? I hate to write checks for odd amounts. Good, that is a deal. Well, property is ours. I bet you could have gotten him to take 11. Pains me to do the commissioner such a good turn. Prices in that area will probably skyrocket as soon as word leaks out.
Darling, there's no sense in bearing grudges. Why don't we call the commissioner and Mrs. Hanson and tell them to come over and hear the good news?
Capital idea. The good neighbor policy.
Let's get out of this. Please, the big green side don't start rocking. Oh, I know why rock. Look how I get off. They are moving. And then you lock the hour on. I can say they're fair. One way. Oh, well.
Good evening, Commissioner Henson. Why, this is Henson, I presume. This is Mrs. Adams.
How do you do? I think it's so nice of you to come. Won't you sit there? I do need to see you. Just telling Arthur you're home. So, you. Oh, how sweet of you to know. Would you read the message? Thank you, nurse. Please. Salt, pepper, or cyanide? Neither. Thank you, Doc.
Never tasted your fishes, Pete. Yourself.
Oh yeah.
Adams, I must say, you're taking this eviction like a good sport. Well, nobody can say that Adams threw away a project. Though I must admit, the professor is a bit upset.
Yes, you see, there are no caves or swamps on our new property.
But we do have plans for building our own. That is, our neighbors don't object.
Any man who would object to having a swamp right next to his home is a petty individual indeed.
Glad to hear you say that, Commissioner. We love animals. We're planning a wood lot right in front of us.
Arthur and I adore animals too.
Neighbors.
I mean, you're not going to move in next to you.
Right smack.
What's up, brother? COVID doesn't have shit on that, dude. Dude, this guy is what made COVID. Everybody's like, OMG. 'Twas the Chinese. And he's like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Came through a portal from the Marvel Universe. That's weird.
Where's Big?
Up in the movers truck.
The movers truck.
It's a work compartment.
Dear Henson,
That is, I finally persuaded them to reroute the new freeway. You don't have to move after all.
That's rather disappointing. I was so looking forward to having you and Mrs. Harrington's neighbor.
Yes, hearts.
And to each line some rain.
And about that lock you're stuck with, I'm willing to take it off your hands.
Yes, indeed.
Volunteer. We couldn't let you do it. We'll find some use for it.
We could use it for a launching pad. It'll possibly make the coolest rocket.
Be a wonderful place for me to practice my bagpipe.
Dear Mama.
She spent half the night tooling away on them.
Too bad she doesn't know how to play them.
I insist. I'll see that you get back your $10,000.
Nonsense.
11. Please, you're in debt.
Be a good 15. I said be 15.
We'll have to return the favor, dear.
Well, I'm not in the habit of accepting charity, Mr. Commissioner, but in your case, I'll make an exception. It's yours for $15,000.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You had my check first thing in the morning. And now I'll go and tell the movers to turn around.
Well, it won't be necessary. Just tell them to throw it into reverse. 5,000 profit. Not a bad day's work, huh?
I think we can all learn a valuable lesson. You never lose by being a good neighbor. Oh, dear. He's such a hoopla.
Strange that the city council should finally send the freeway straight from the mayor's house. Was he upset?
No, he said he was happy, considering what might have happened.
Might have happened. Oh, he probably means the moving of this classic structure from its natural serenity.
It's a pity. He did seem so eager about that swamp we were going to build. Oh, well. C'est la vie.
That's Prince!
Good shot, Doc.
It's a huge six pack. Yeah, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. Yes, sir, I am. You want your signature to match on your other pieces? We can do that. It's going to look more like it's going to look something like that. Something a little smaller, but on most pieces, actually, I'm just going back to, well, I'm not even going to put the slice through it. On most of them, I'm just going back to my initials, though. Just something small. Not so tall, though. Looks like that. So, something small, because I don't want to distract from the art so much. I'm going to do the tentacles over his chest, but I want to make sure that his abs are done before I do that. Because Clayton's is all black, but the lighting would be much brighter. So I thought I'd get some real lighting. Lighting does reveal how different his form is, but I think we can make it work because we're going to go over it with a bunch of green. And I just need to break it up with some shadows. I think there's actually a tentacle that runs right through there that I covered up, so let's put that back in. pretty freaking awesome. Thank you, Ann Artie. How you doing? How's the weather down there? Up here it's dreary. Oh, good. Great. You should make a show so I can watch you too. Just kidding. No, you could though. You know what would be cool though is if you put a camera above your paint pours. My aunt already's got some paint pours she's going to start selling soon, and they're very nice. I have some on my walls right now, but you can make a video of that and then send it to me and I could edit it and put it up. That'd be pretty neat. Nice and warm today. Ooh, must be nice. I have a bit of a delay on my voice thing in case you're wondering. But yeah, it must be nice. Must be nice. I can even get my snow tires. Gotcha, sweet. Somebody just paid me the other half of their bill. Sweet. Oh my, you are so sweet. That's a great idea. Yes, it would. Snow tires. Sorry, I'm kind of hiccuping and burping right now. Sweet, I gotta message this guy. Alright, the guy who bought the Spider-Gwen. It's exciting. Hope that she gets a 9.8. So how long do you do the videos? I will go for usually like an hour or so, sometimes 2, but usually like an hour. And you can see all my videos, and they have like durations on my profile and in my group, and I will usually stream twice a day. So I'll usually paint for like an hour or so off the camera, just because it helps me concentrate a little bit better. But I do like streaming. It's just hard to do it every time. And then so I'll paint for like 5 or more hours a day usually. And I'll stream for a few of those hours. Yeah. I like to, if you're like learning how to paint, it's good to watch, but I like to pick up the video, you know, and grab the button and just kind of drag it all the way from the beginning to the end and just watch, you know, what it looks like before and what it looks like after, and then I can kind of zoom in on the parts of the video I want to see. It's also cool that I can just kind of talk to people as they type to me, which is neat. It's like a half of a phone call and half of a text message. I can talk to as many people as I can. You're so funny, Anarty. You love everything, Anarty. You're so full of love. Not working. It's great. Yeah. Yeah. It creates like an advertisement for my art. I think a lot of artists are doing live streams nowadays. It kind of helps people who are especially like downtrodden by the coronavirus, you know, kind of get together and talk to other people. Oh, thank you, Anarchy. I love you too. I hope you guys are having a good day down there. Good time in general. Might come see y'all one of these days once I get some free time. Should get to take a break here soon. We'll see. Kind of set myself up to have a lot of commissions, so I need to work through those. And then we shall see. Make me want to go create. My creative juices are flowing. Phrasing, Ann, already phrasing. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that would be nice. Maybe for just part of the year. Maybe not all of the year. Maybe just live down there for just the nice months, and then when it gets too hot, I boogie. I get the hell out of there. And I come back. Like a snowbird, precisely. Precisely. See, those old people, they got it figured out. They know what's going on. They walk around, they're like, "Ooh, where's my medication?" I say, "Nurse, are you my daughter?" And then they turn around, they're like, "We got them." They think we're stupid. And there's old people, they know what's going on. Any old person who feigns dementia or exhibits any dementia, I start yelling at them and I say, "Stop screwing with me." I smack them upside the head. Sorry, that's horrible. Just a joke. I have a pretty messed up sense of humor. You're really funny. Waiting to see your response on that one. No, it's just a joke, but yeah, no, some of those older people, they do know what's going on. Snowbirding is the best way to live. Only issue is you gotta find somebody to like watch your place or rent your place or something. It's crazy. But I can see myself doing that, get like a mobile studio that I just kind of drive it around and unload it. Certainly possible. And I'd never really feel like I have a full house unless I was living there all the time. It's really hard to figure out life. What do you do? What's best way to live? Should we dig a hole in the ground and just live in there, or something nicer? It's infinite possibilities. It's hard to choose. Go paint. This was fun. Love you, miss you. Have a great day. Thank you. You too, Anarty. It's nice to talk to you for a second. Hope you guys have a good day. Oh, and thanks to Uncle Bob for that standing mat. I meant to text him about that yesterday, but I used it too, and that mat is really good. It's very useful. Corey loves it. I'm sure you guys already told me that you love it, but you know what I'm talking about. Yep, I have a lot of artists in my family that are just kind of different kinds of artists. Like the women in my family are all great cooks, and my oh, it's great to hear for you. Tell Uncle Bob that we're Austin. Thank you. Love you too. Including you and Artie. I mean, actually, I don't know. I think you might have made me something one time. But my Uncle Bob's a great artist. He's good at all different kinds of art. He's mostly a great designer and constructor of things, which is art, and then great at drawing as well. I think he did logos and stuff on like old school Photoshop back in the day. My father was pretty good at sketching. He could do cars and logos and stuff using tools. It was pretty good. He didn't. Oh, he would draw like sketches of cars for me sometimes, which are pretty good. And then and then my grandmother was a pretty well-known artist in the Northwest region. And my wife's pretty good at art as well. And my aunt makes very nice paintings. Very colorful, creative paintings. Gonna kind of darken up his abs a little bit. I just wanted to get the light good on them for the most part. I think I see now where I need to be with that. Sometimes you just gotta sit in front of something for a long, long time, and then you can see what it is that needs to be done with it. Okay, bye, Energy. Must work out. Not really. That's the perks of being a superhero. Is you're just given a six-pack. They're like, welcome to being a superhero. Here's your abs. Here's your skin-tight suit. Enjoy. It's like, what the? What kind of world is this, man? Work out. Here's your bulge. I'm not gonna give him a bulge, okay? He's gonna get a modest crotch. That's what you get. Whoop whoop. Lethal protectors are en route. Yeah. Gonna hype up the lethal protectors that I'm gonna be doing on Jason Borsma's. I'm gonna be doing symbiote set on his lethal protectors. He's the owner of the toxin, which has not been graded yet, and it's gonna get graded soon, and that's exciting. But he wants. I think we settled on. We're gonna do Carnage. We're gonna do Carnage. We're gonna do why can't I remember right now? Carnage, Null, Anti-Venom, Venom. We already did Toxin. And then, oh yeah, Sleeper. That's right. Sleeper's mouth is actually pretty neat. Found pics of his mouth with it wide open, and I think it's gonna work for us. In the end, get it? The end. That's the name of this book right here. Awesome band name, Modest Crotch. Yeah. Ooh, a modest crotch. Yeah. It's pretty funny. Thank you, Vance C. C. skimming through your message, Jason. Dying a moment, but we don't need to talk about me dying. Bug your poor way for a refund. Yeah, no, I mean that's not. Just take as many commissions in as I can and kill myself and say, try to get the money back now, boys. No. I love it. That's so funny. No, no, my wife would refund you. Just take a little while. We don't need to talk about me dying. It's not, I mean, I'm the one who brought it up, but shit. Fuck. No, I mean, if you're a customer of mine that I trust and that I know, you can like send me books and I'll take care of them. I just don't like so many people sending me so many books, and they're all different kinds of people, and it makes me very nervous. But if I've done one with you and we have a trusting relationship, then we can still do customized stuff, but it's just like it's on a case-by-case basis, and that's kind of what I'm trying to avoid, but there's always still room for that. I'm just trying to cut it down. Let's see. And as always, if you don't want to do business with me, don't. Shout that from the rooftops. If we request a revision, do we provide our own book to you? Oh, sorry, I didn't see your message, sir. So, there's a bit of a delay on my chat. So yeah, you can. I have books you can purchase from me, or you can always send me a book. So, any which way we can get me a book, and I can work on it for you. It's not really a problem.
Where's the real, the inner you?
Hey, Kitty, hey, this is for posterity.
Well, it happened.
Bolt of lightning knocked you out of your treehouse.
Oh, no! That couldn't be. We just bought a new lightning rod. Discount house.
I can handle lightning, but this is worse.
Lester, you haven't been drafted for military service.
Oh, they're taking our finest young men. Don't worry, Fester. We'll find you a deferment. No worries.
This is a letter from my pen pal, Madeline, in Paris, Illinois.
You know you had a pen pal in Illinois.
Well, it wasn't my idea, but she got this letter to my pen pal, Madeline, in Paris, France, by mistake, and from then on she was hooked.
Good writer singing.
Who's singing? She's coming here to visit me.
Mom, we'll have the guest room unbooked.
My pen pals are supposed to write, not visit.
Uncle Fester, is there something you're not telling us?
Fess up, Fester. Have your letters led this innocent girl down the postal garden path?
Well, I did kind of spare down a little bit.
Oh, well, it's normal to exaggerate romance.
Yeah, but she said she imagined me as the Cary Grant type.
What's Cary Grant got with you, Pat?
Yeah.
You have a little problem there.
There's a few other things I told her, too.
Like what?
Like I was an all-American football player and a boxer and a polo player. I think she kind of likes the athletic type.
You did go out on a limb a little bit, but I think I have a solution for you.
Why?
Leave town.
Darling, you'll do no such thing. You're going to stay right here and welcome her like a true addict. She'll be delighted when she sees you.
She won't even get the chance.
Where are you going, Uncle Fester?
Well, there must be some place where a bald-headed man can hole up.
Would you like me if I had no hair?
Might be fun polishing your scalp.
Wait right here. I'll run upstairs and shave it all
No,
off.
no. We mustn't think of ourselves now. We must think of Uncle Fester. We'll take direct action. Thank you, Thane. See. Gymnasiums, gypsy. Ah, hairpiece.
By George Morticia, you've done it again with a hairpiece. Fester will knock her dead.
I don't think we want to go that far, darling.
Hey, you can't call anyone now. It's night. All the stores are closed.
Ah, not Max's hair salon. Look, if you want a wig, dark or light, call on Max, day or night.
Good rhythm.
I'll just use his emergency night number.
We'll tell him it's urgent.
I must be in the wrong house.
Oh, it's so good of you to come.
Allow me, Max. Right this way. We're really in quite a bit of trouble.
We'd like something nice for our Uncle Fester.
Something sporty that'll take a few years off.
Perhaps 20 or 30.
Madam, I am not the magician. I can only cover his head. He'll have to cream his own wrinkles.
That's fair enough. May we see a few samples?
You mean without the client being present?
Oh, we wouldn't dream of having Uncle Fester model before a stranger. He's much too shy. Besides, he's off somewhere brooding about his lady. seems to bring out the beast in it.
Oh, you mean Kitty?
Kitty Cat doesn't need a hairpiece. Never met a lion who did.
In this house?
How else are the children going to learn anything about nature?
Pet day at school.
I think I'd better come back tomorrow.
Oh, nonsense, old man. As long as you're here, let's have a look at the merchandise. Learn to mirror, please.
Mr. Max, we're ready whenever you are.
All right. I'll try on a few. Morticia, you be the judge. You hold the mirror.
I'm going to use that mirror.
Which one?
But it's cracked.
Of course. Cousin Drew dropped it.
Well, if that's what you want. Here is a nice model. We call it Banker's Gray. Distinguished but youthful.
I'll try that. Thank you. Darling, what do you think?
For you, darling, it's perfect.
I am taking a break soon.
All right.
Take a look at your message here. Wow.
No, sir. But perhaps you would like the Mohawk.
Oh, we'll try that. Darling, what do you think?
I think we're getting close.
All Buster needs is the middle part. He's got the rest of it.
That's true. But I still don't think it will do, darling. It would be all right if his pen pal were Pocahontas.
Don't worry, I've got more. This one needs a little combing. My comb.
Oh, that's very thoughtful thing.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, Kitty.
That's a compliment to you, Mr. Max. Kitty doesn't come down for just everyone.
Thank you and goodbye.
Why? What about your toupees?
Keep them.
Oh, Jack. Darling, have you noticed how people take Uncle Fester?
Especially the ones who've never met him.
Uncle Fester, stop squirming.
Morticia, I don't want to wear a wig.
Nonsense. When you're wooing a girl, you have to make sense.
But I'm not wooing her. She's wooing me.
I think you'll both have to make sense. Now, turn around. Let's see how that goes.
Not me.
This is a bit Rudolph Valentino. Now, don't worry. We'll find something that will do you justice.
Oh, trees in that. That's good. Excuse me.
Darling, that isn't Uncle Fester. This is Uncle Fester.
Oh, fine, George. The spitting image of Cousin Bleak. The time the whole weevil's got in his hair.
Uncle Fester, go over to the large mirror. You can get a better view.
Well, what do you think?
Terrence, why didn't you like that short, tall, fat, skinny type?
Nonsense, Uncle Fester. You're much too self-critical. Why, with your basic good looks and charm, you could sweep Madeline off her feet in any one of these.
Get with it, old man.
Yes, Douglas, I did.
Easy for you to say. You don't have to wear a
It's getting graded right now with a custom label.
Let's see. Let's try this.
I put on a custom label just for funsies.
That's more like it.
Oh, it does sort of give you that Madison Avenue look.
It's on my type.
Come in, come in.
Who is it?
Jonathan says, I figured, but I'll catch up with you later if you plan on working until later. I was telling my wife about you and your work and how you need her to do some cricket stuff. She said, send whatever images you need to cut, describe the color and whatnot. Also, if it's not too far-fetched, if she needs to pay you for anything, just pay the material super cheap. She also said, need anything, you press, books, whatever, that she or I can do it, just let us know. If it were a book that needed pressing, I'll do it, so the responsibility would be on me, so I somehow downgraded the book, which I wouldn't. I'm the only person here at the moment, so I'm telling you all this now. Well, I was the only person here. Alright, gotcha. Well, you know, people they can always come back and read everything in these videos later, so don't just share any information, even if we're alone. People far in the future can read this stuff. But, yeah, no, that's awesome, man. I will definitely take you up on the cricket proposal, and then, as far as pressing books, though, I mean, maybe, I guess, we can practice, but it makes me so nervous to press any book, you know. I'm very skittish about that, but we can give it a try with, like, some practice books. But, I don't want to just use up everything that you have to offer me if I don't need it. So I do kind of feel more comfortable just having CGC do it, but they only insure things up to like $200. I don't know, man. It's kind of freaking fishy. Like, if I send in one of these books, what if I value it at more than $200, you know? I mean, most of them are after the price of the book combined with the art, you know, so this makes me so nervous, but yeah, I'm gonna take a little break right now. So it's basically, you know, 80% of the way done. I'm gonna do a bunch of red tendrils coming off of his chest. Not a bunch, like 2 or 3, so it's not gonna be super crazy drastic. And then maybe add in a few more tendrils, and then finish my shading and all that. But basically, all the base coat stuff is done, so you kind of see what it's gonna look like.
We do our best to cue it up.
Cute decoration.
Well, that is the decoration. Our cousin Quinn. That's all we can say.
You're cute. Darling, I'm afraid we made a bad investment. In Uncle Fester's toupee. We made it much too attractive. And her too. Do you realize that woman has had 5 husbands? Later cries, nonsense. It's probably just a fickle coquette.
It's French.
I'll tell you. When Madeline's 5 husbands. You serious? Oh, darling, we have to break it up for Uncle Fester's sake. Of course not. I'm still worried. Uncle Fester's such a copy. Shall we sit on the love seat?
Why not?
This is so antique.
Madeline, when you speak French, you make my blood boil. Speak some more. Hasta la vista. Oh, Gesundheit.
You men have such a low boiling. Oh, you mad, impetuous boy. Let me run my fingers through your hair.
Watch it. The glue's still wet.
Blue?
Oh, that's what I call my pomade. Well,
Don't worry, Uncle Fester won't lose his head. Just his hair.
Ah, true. I'll continue to blow up your messenger. Super easy with our press. You just need to know the temperature. I'll buy some old books from the shop and practice. 150, 200 degrees. 23 minutes is what Greg just told me to do. I'll practice that in the threshold tonight and do some quick videos to shoot you. Hopefully the phone will do them in 1080 if I'm quick enough. That'd be really cool, man. Let's see. Let me think about what. I think it's like if you really, really want to get into pressing, like professionally, you're supposed to like look up the age of the book and like other printing details, and then you can cross-reference that with like what the it's not only supposed to have a heat, it's supposed to have like a humidity. So you're supposed to put the book in like a humidifier cabinet for however long it takes, and then make sure that the book is at exactly the right humidity, and then press it. And the correct humidity and temperature and duration is determined by the age and type of book. So I have no idea how any of that works in practicality. That's just what I heard is required to do a good press. And there are some master third-party pressers supposedly who offer their services out there. So I do have access to good pressers, but I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like I should let CGC do it, but I don't feel any more comfortable letting them do it. I just don't want anybody to do it. I just want people to not care about the grade is what I wish. But I get it. I get that that's always going to be a thing. That's going to be a part of this. So, therefore, I'm trying to understand how to master it rather than destroy it. Sure, you can appreciate such a tactic. Want to see that new signature, boy? This pen is not going to
You've been practicing.
work. Well, there's not enough room on that piece of paper.
You two children are going to Rizzo. How sweet.
Your modern kids certainly are adventurous.
I think it's going to look like that. Maybe I'll put another line through it, huh? I don't know. I like it this way. It's kind of like that. More of that second one right there with a straighter line on it. That's what it's going to look like. It's modeled after Clayton's. My entire carrière is an homage to Clayton. Carrière, spelled the French way.
He lights up. Now, for newlyweds, that can be a real saving on electric bills.
Of course, you know the way to a man's heart.
Just speak French.
Florian, darling, I was thinking about cooking. You'll want to know some of Uncle Fester's favorite recipe. French
pretty sure I saw that guy in one of the Resident Evils sticking his tentacles in someone's nose. Yeah, no. It would not disrupt the page as much like the second one, and the first one without the line. Yeah, they're, but mostly what I'm gonna do is go back to my little initials here. Just kind of looks like that. Maybe I'll keep putting the 20 on there, the year. I'm just gonna go back to using my initials mostly. Maybe on this piece I'll just put my initials right down, little one down here. I could sign right here though, it would look pretty decent, so maybe I'll do a full set on this one. It's a good thing. That's a good thing. She said that she thinks it's awesome that you apprentice under him. I asked how she knew who Clayton was. Who doesn't? Ooh. Yeah, I agree with that, man. Clayton he's hot. He's a hot artist right now. Like, he has 3 CGC custom labels. What other artist has 3 CGC custom labels? The only other artist is like the guy who did the Walking Dead art. It's incredible, and he's just an all-around master. Like, I can't even begin to describe how cool Clayton is, but you guys all already know that, so.
Take your time, my dear. Aim carefully.
Todd, yeah. Man, that's what I was thinking earlier in the shower. I had like an epiphany, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. Is that if Todd is like Spawn, and he created Spawn, or I mean Venom, and Clayton, well, let's just say he got to work on Venom, and Clayton is like Venom, and Clayton is like Carnage, he got to work on Carnage. That would make me like Toxin. Maybe it's my destiny to work on Toxin. I haven't really done too much with him, you know. I kind of have an idea. I'm like, what if I wrote a storyline and I drew a page of a book about like anti-venom and Toxin and just set it like before the events of Absolute Carnage, and just start posting it everywhere and asking Marvel for a job. Wouldn't that be cool? Stan obviously did. No, for custom CGC labels, no. Stan had his own custom CGC label. Stan's not an artist, he's a writer, but what I mean is the art for he did a Spider-Man and 2 Venoms that were custom labels for CGC, which is pretty impressive. There's only been 3 dozen custom labels ever printed, so the fact that he has 10% of them or whatever, it's pretty amazing. But yeah, Todd doesn't have any custom labels. There's no Spawn custom labels for no apparent reason, even though there was 7 Walking Dead ones, which that's Image Comics, right? So I just don't get why there's no Spawn ones. And then, so yeah. Let's be honest here, though. Todd stole Spawn from Ghost Rider, Venom, and in my opinion, Spider-Man all mixed together. Oh yeah, for sure. He's just Spawn with a different costume on, so, or Venom. Very similar.